Welcome to Fantasia, home of the Melodious. My name's Azallea, and today, gonna be bringing you guys another Ritual Beast combo tutorial. So I know you guys have been asking for more and more of these, so without any further ado, let's just jump right into this. So in the opening hand we have here, we are playing with one copy of Ritual Beast Tamer Elder, one copy of Spiritual Beast Cannahawk, and one copy of the highly requested tech, Gold Sarcophagus. Now, Gold Sarcophagus is fantastic now that we have Kim and Falcos, because it helps us extend our plays and gets us that extra negation or the extra disruption that is very, very necessary, especially in today's format. So anyway, starting off, we're going to just normal summon our Ritual Beast Tamer Elder, as always. And then using his effect, we can actually normal summon our Spiritual Beast Cannahawk as well. Now, activating Spiritual Beast Cannahawk's effect, we have to banish a copy of Spiritual Beast Rapengu, because he is the second best Spiritual Beast monster in the deck to help you set up for your plays. Now, we're going to go immediately and special summon the Ritual Beast Ulti Cannahawk from our extra deck by using the Elder and the Cannahawk as material. And we're going to activate the Ulti Cannahawk's effect, and we're going to target the Spiritual Beast Cannahawk and the Spiritual Beast Rapengu to return back to our graveyard. Now, don't forget to chain your Ritual Beast Ulti Cannahawk's effect to its own effect, and we're going to target the Elder, and we're going to target the Cannahawk to bring back to our side of the field. This makes it so that Rapengu can go back into our graveyard and gives us our first search. So the first search that you're going to use your Ulti Cannahawk on is going to be for a Tamer. A Tamer that when you normal summon it, you can special summon a Ritual Beast monster from your graveyard. So in this case, you can go for Zephyr Pilica, or you can go for Lara. Personally, I'm just going to go for Lara, because if you are playing a field spell variant, you want to keep the Zephyr Pilica in your deck as a search target for Oracle Zephyr. So now you want to activate the Spiritual Beast Cannahawk's effect, and you want to banish a copy of Spiritual Beast Apelio. It's so important to get him into circulation so he can help you keep your resources in your banish zone by banishing them from your graveyard and just resetting and recycling your resources. Okay, so now what you want to do is go for your Link Summon. So you go for Ritual Beast Ulti Kim and Falcos by using your Elder and your Cannahawk. And now you can activate the Falcos' effect by banishing either the Elder or the Cannahawk. I'm just going to banish the Cannahawk. You do not want to banish your Rapengu, because when you normal summon your Ritual Beast Tamer Lara, you have to special summon it from your graveyard. And because Elder and Cannahawk were already summoned, you can't summon it back with Lara, so you have to have Rapengu. Anyway, now when you get Rapengu, you can activate its effect, and here you have a couple of options. You can banish the Ritual Beast Ulti Apelio from your extra deck to send a copy of a Tamer from your deck to the graveyard, or you can banish a copy of Ritual Beast Ulti Petalfin to send a copy of Petalfin from your deck to the graveyard. It doesn't really matter which one you do, because you're going to send the other one anyway with Gold Sarcophagus, but in this case, because we aren't making Ulti Apelio on our first turn, then I'm going to just banish a copy of Ulti Apelio, and I'm going to send a copy of Spiritual Beast Tamer Window from my deck to the graveyard. It's mostly because Ulti Petalfin is a lot more useful. It's a lot easier to summon her. She's a bit more versatile and easier to access. So that's why I'm keeping the second copy in my extra deck. Alright, so now what you can do is actually go for your Ulti Cannahawk, and you can go for some more searches. Now these searches are going to be the ones for your disruption, for your negations, whatever it is that you want to do. So I'm going to activate the Ulti Cannahawk's effect, and I'm going to target the Ritual Beast Ulti Apelio and the Ritual Beast Tamer Lara from my banished pile, and I'm going to put them back into my graveyard, but then I'm going to chain the Ritual Beast Ulti Cannahawk to bring back my Lara and to bring back my Apelio. Again, it's very important that you have your Apelio into circulation like this, so that you can start banishing important cards from your graveyard and allow you to special summon your Ulti Cannahawk a couple more times. So now what you want to go for your searches, it depends on what you have in your opening hand, of course. In this case, I'm just going to search a Steeds, because we're assuming that we have nothing else. But if you have a Steeds, you can go for Ambush. If you have Ambush, you can go for Steeds, so on and so forth. Now, with your Apelio on the field, you want to activate its effect and banish this copy of Spiritual Beast Tamer Winda from your graveyard. This puts her into circulation, so you can actually tag out into her, because she hasn't been special summoned this turn yet. Now what you want to do is activate your Gold Sarcophagus, and because we have our Winda in circulation, we are just going to get our Petalfin into circulation here by banishing it from our deck. If you, of course, banish the Ulti Petalfin and sent the Petalfin, then Apelio would banish the Petalfin and you just use Gold Sarcophagus and send your Winda, right? So you'd end up with the same thing, it just depends on what you're banishing from your extra deck. So now what we're going to do is actually go for our second copy of Ritual Beast Ulti Cannahawk. or this is really like the third or fourth time we're summoning it, but the second in terms of you're getting a second search out of it. So here we're going to activate its effect, and we are going to target a copy of Winda, and you want to target another card that you want to put back into your graveyard. This is the card that's actually going to end up there. So for me personally, I'm going to go for the Spiritual Beast Repengu, because compared to Cannahawk, it's not as good, especially since we already have a majority of our monsters in circulation, so we don't really need to banish more stuff from our extra deck. So now we're going to chain our ulti Cannahawk, and we're going to target the Spiritual Beast Tamer Winda, and we're going to target the Spiritual Beast Petalfin that we banished from our deck with Gold Sarcophagus, and we can special summon both of these back to our side of the field and go for a search. Now here, I'm just going to go and search for the Ritual Beast Ambush, just to help complement the Ritual Beast Steeds that I already have in my hand. And now here you actually have a multitude of options. You can go for a rank 4 play, which is really strong, especially Bagooska. Bagooska is fantastic in this deck, because when you summon Bagooska, your Ulti-Kim and Falcos doesn't get put into defense mode because it's a link monster. That means Ulti-Kim and Falcos is the one that you can use to tag out on your opponent's turn to special summon your Ritual Beast monsters back to your side of the field. And that is very important, because now you have things like Steeds, you have Ambush, you still have all this disruption that is live, but you also prevent your opponent from activating a lot of important effects. So Bagooska, I believe, is a staple in this deck, or at least in this build. And he is one of the best first turn plays that you can go for. Now, for this combo video, I'm just going to go ahead and summon the Ritual Beast ulti Cannahawk once more, but again, like I said, you can go for Bagooska if you think that is a safer play. But for the sake of just showing you guys the searches and everything, I'm gonna go for ulti Cannahawk once more, and I'm gonna use its effect and put 2 monsters back into my graveyard. So in this case, I'm gonna put back the Spiritual Beast Petalfin, and I'm gonna put back the Spiritual Beast Cannahawk. The reason why I want to keep Winda, Lara, and Apelio in circulation is because they both Winda and Lara have pretty good defenses, and Winda can float, and Apelio has the ability to just banish more things from our graveyard and potentially just put back, you know, the Cannahawk, Petalfin, whatever you need for next turn. So I'm gonna put the Petalfin and the Cannahawk back into my graveyard, and now we can go for our third search, and of course you can go for a tamer. Like, you can go and search out your Ritual Beast Tamer Wen or your Ritual Beast Tamer Zephyrin Pilica, and this allows you to go for recovery plays on your next turn, which is very good investment actually to go for. You can also go for additional trap cards if you need it. So in this case, I'm just going to go for the Ritual Beast Tamer Wen so that I can normal summon it and bring something back and all that good stuff. And of course now, you don't want to summon anything else. You have your 2 traps that you can just set, and then you have your Wen that you can use on your next turn. Now when it goes to your opponent's turn, because ulti Cannahawk is still limited, this might change in the future if it ever comes off the ban list, but just to prevent yourself from getting kaiju'd or anything out of the ordinary, you should activate your Ritual Beast ulti Cannahawk's effect to target the Winda and to target the Apelio to summon back to your side of the field. Of course, summoning them to the zones that ulti Kim and Falcos points to. And then you can use your Spiritual Beast Apelio's effect to banish a copy of a Spiritual Beast monster. So you can banish, you know, Cannahawk, Petalfin, Repengu. In this case, I'm probably just going to go for the Cannahawk. And because you did that, now you have access to ulti Kim and Falcos. His effect can activate, and you can actually defuse into your Cannahawk and Lara if you ever need them. But then, of course, you're backed up with Ambush, Steeds, potentially a third trap card, but we just went for the Wen. But anyway, yeah, that is basically it for this combo video. I know there's a lot of information, there's a lot of different routes that we could have taken with this combo. I'm going to break it down as well for other opening hands with things like Repengu, or if you want to go for ulti Guy Pelio, what are the little things that you should tweak to optimize your plays, but those will be for some separate videos. So anyway, thank you all so much for watching this video. I really do appreciate it. If you enjoyed it or found it helpful, please leave a like, subscribe for more Ritual Beast content, and leave a comment down below letting me know what I can do to improve. And until next time, take care.